I believe, are making their first top 4 appearance. So let's take a look. Let's get, we just watched Patriots, so let's jump back to the other side of the bracket and watch Star Wars and Vizard. So let's make sure we got the match preview up. Star Wars is bringing his Zap
Cycle.
Yeah, the Hog Cycle. Oh, whoa, it's a Hog Cycle mirror match, in fact. And I really like Vizard's version of this list with both of the one-cost cards.
He's really taken the Hog Cycle idea to its maximum, which I really like. You may as well go for broke.
So let's put, we've got Hog. Actually, you know what? The key matchup for both of these players, and we'll just put it one on each just so you can see the stats, is going to be the Hog versus Mini P.E.K.K.A. matchups. If you can play your Mini P.E.K.K.A. cleanly on defense against a Hog Rider, that Hog Rider might get one swing, usually dies, right? Compared to if it gets distracted, pulled aside, thrown in the other lane, and the Hog Rider gets a clear path, that'll be a big difference. Notice that there's no cannon in either list.
Yeah, they're just going to be relying on damaging the Hog Rider out. Every time the Hog Rider is played, they're probably going to take one swing's worth.
Super Magical Cup, where are you from? We're from the arena, buddy. We're from Legendary Arena.
Yeah, that's where we live. Got there once upon a time, I swear. You can check my profile.
And it's a good point. Actually, I don't think only Star Wars has guards. Vizard does not have guards. He's relying on skeletons, which means that skeletons are vulnerable to being zapped in those key moments where the Mini P.E.K.K.A. is coming down towards your lane.
Yep.
Just like that. If that happens every time where the Hog Rider only gets one attack.
Ooh, nice. Oh, he's still going to win the fight.
Yeah. Oh, wow!
Ice Spirit is a key card. If you're going to choose one elixir, play the Ice Spirit instead of skeletons.
Because it's a 2-second stun, right? Zap only stuns for 1 second. Ice Spirit freezes for 2.
Yeah.
So the difference, I mean, if you think Zap's already good at tweaking combats in your favor, Ice Spirit is like,
yeah,
frustrate you to death.
Yeah. Ice Spirits, man. Ice Spirits. I want some.
We got a good question in chat too. Nislaw asks, can I see a match between Trainer Chris, CMQ, or Electrify somewhere? Yes, you can. On our YouTube channel, Super Magical Cup, which is all one word, we have a thing called SMCtv where we have daily matches between top tournament players from past Super Magical Cups. Go check it out. We actually have a playlist of CMQ games. There's some Trainer Chris games, and I believe Electrify's in there somewhere.
Star Wars just opted to take a lot of damage on his left side tower, but what does he have in terms of a response? And it looks like he's going to play the second elixir collector, so Star Wars is identifying that he wants to make some kind of big elixir play to gain his advantage.
And Star Wars is going to let this princess lock onto the tower so he can play his own princess. It only is going to take 3 shots on the tower, which is 420 damage, so it's a significant amount of damage, but you get 3 free elixir for it, and that your princess survives.
Here comes Star Wars' play.
Ooh.
This is what he gave up his tower health for.
That's right, that's a huge push, man. That's a lot of elixir there, and it doesn't seem to be quite working out. That poison stifled not just the Hog Rider, but of course the guards behind it.
Yeah.
Guards are especially vulnerable to poison, right up there with archers and minions and a few other of those cheap defensive cards.
And now Star Wars finds himself at an even elixir position to Vizard, so I think it was entirely not that worth it.
The poison comes down, though, and allows the guards basically free reign to get in there and try to confound that Mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh, they get pulled back by the one-cost skeletons. Wow.
That was good positioning by Vizard.
Great positioning by Vizard, absolutely.
Okay, that actually might help him store more elixir.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
Wow, no swings by Vizard, but the poison will go through and pretty much stop this counter push from going too far.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big win for Vizard. At this point, you need to win in steps. I think this next push is going to be very tough for Star Wars to defend. The more Vizard...
Star Wars push is looking pretty good right here, but the poison comes down, and yeah, the poison and even just like the one-cost skeletons keep from getting there.
So slowly but surely, it's hard to really track, but the cycling of the cards is changing up, and I think it's slowly swinging towards Vizard's favor, bit by bit.
They're really, I mean, honestly, they're both so low that, yeah, you're right. I think, like, maybe if they got to play for 1,000 more minutes, it might favor Vizard over the long run, but it's only going to take one good push to turn this
player
game around.
error is definitely the biggest thing that will change the flow of this match right now.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a poison and one hog swing.
Oh, no.
Oh, great play there to block that princess, though I think the slower attack speed doesn't actually hit him. But here we go. There are, I believe, only 1 poison away now. Oh, God! Oh, the zap, the swing! Okay, that's not enough. It's going to be
you gotta win here.
It's going to be a little short. It might be within zap range. I'm not really sure.
He's got poison.
Only needs a poison to win.
Oh my God.
10 seconds left. Does the zap come in time? The princess locks onto the ice spirit. No, Infire's just going to lock onto the skeletons. And Vizard pulls it out with the princess shot in the air. Congratulations, Vizard, for pulling that game out. Wow. 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 Close game. That was in the air. You could not have gotten closer. Game 1 goes to Vizard. And here we go to game 2. Now, Star Wars has to win this game in order to stay in the match. Vizard has to switch decks. So Vizard changes back to 3 Musketeers. Let's go ahead and pull out that red featured card.
Oh my god. That was entirely too close.
Woohoo! And Star Wars, you know what? We're going to pull those guards back up. Guards are going to be really key for you, not only against the mini P.E.K.K.A, but against the double Musketeers when they come across the river as well.
Wow.
Let's get in here. So, game 2 between Vizard and Star Wars. Vizard changes to his alternate deck.
All right. Yes, it was indeed a preview of the match, I suppose.
Clash Wars asks in chat, how's it going? It's going great, Clash Wars. Are you guys streaming later? We'll happily throw a host to the other great tournament organizers in the community when we go offline. Absolutely. Oh no! We are here in the top 4 of the Super... Oh, I forgot to put the little top 4 thingies up. Woohoo, just keep commenting. I'm gonna...
All right. Mini P.E.K.K.A is just going to get totally wrecked right now. Gets frozen up. Oh, actually gets 1 swing, and that makes all the difference. Knight gets taken down, and Double Princess gets double poisoned. Plus a tower, that's value right there. Star Wars making it happen.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So we are in the top 4. This is game 2 of the first top 4 set between Vizard and Star Wars. Now this is Star Wars' first time top 8ing and probably last, and Vizard's first time making the top 4. After prior top 8 appearances. It's awesome to see players like Vizard who have really grinded it out in the qualifiers and learned how to get better in the game, improve on their past performances from top 16 places to top 8s to top 4s.
Yeah. All right. He's got a lot of cards in hand to defend this 3 Musketeer. It comes down to the execution now. Oh, he's going to Ice Spirits the Miner. And okay, Mini P.E.K.K.A. So interestingly enough, Vizard did not play anything in front of his 3 Musketeers, so that Mini P.E.K.K.A had free reign to just spawn right next to it and chop it down. Alright, Knight just slowly ambling across and just dies without glory.
Now the important thing is that Star Wars is going to get pumped up because that is the key, like... When I see decks with Elixir Collector and they're not really aggressively playing Elixir Collector, I sort of wonder, like, well, why would you play the Collector, right? Like, one of the key goals there is that you can collect every time that there's an opening, and you eventually build up these huge, uncounterable Elixir advantages. I feel like instead of casting the Hog Rider that didn't really go anywhere, he would have been better off playing Pump instead, right?
Play the Collector and try to defend. Princess. Oh, the Princess lives by the skin of her teeth.
And unfortunately, that poison doesn't actually hit the tower. So that poison up there, like, it barely dinged on the Musketeers, but it didn't do the damage to the tower, which is, you know, pretty critical when these games are coming down to just that one last poison or that one last
this
fireball.
Mini P.E.K.K.A gets zapped up. Musketeers get
Musketeers are going. 1 shot, 2 shot, and the Princess isn't locked onto it. It's shooting at the Knight on the right side, allowing the Musketeer to get a ton of damage in.
That's a big opening by Vizard. A big play, and I think one of the most uncomfortable things about that situation is Star Wars was forced to play the Mini P.E.K.K.A back behind the tower instead of right at the bridge to immediately tag onto the Musketeers. That changed the dynamic of the push incredibly. And this is going to be a rough sell. There's just so many units on the board, and it might be the right side that falls, actually. No. It's so hard to tell with Triple Musketeer because anything can happen at a moment's notice.
Oh, that Mini P.E.K.K.A didn't swing on the Ice Wizard. I was kind of watching that key play there, because if that Mini P.E.K.K.A had swung and removed that Ice Wizard from the board, the Princess would have targeted onto something else. But as is, it's just kind of locked on doing whatever. The Miner blocked by the Elixir Collector. While a good play, it's kind of a desperation play, and Vizard's Princess would have hit. Even if the Elixir Collector hadn't disappeared, the splash would have tagged onto the tower and taken it down. Vizard wins 2-0 over Star Wars.
Star Wars. Top 4. That's not a bad performance.
Not a bad first performance at all. And Vizard moves on to their first finals. Pretty good. So here we